Good morning. I'm going to show you an easy way to prepare a spot in your yard or on your property ready to transplant fruit trees that you're growing for you and your family. This is a space in the yard where we just collected leaves and just piled them up. So they've been sitting on this spot right here, nothing but dead leaves that we went and collected from the side of the road and then from neighbors. Just let it sit here. And that whole time, what's been happening is the leaves have been decomposing and fungus life has been thriving because fungus thrives off carbon. That's why the mulch is so important around your fruit trees. That's why when you look in nature, you see God's design, the way the leaves fall around the tree and they sit there and they stay there, and life grows and thrives underneath, preparing it for springtime when it puts out new growth. So it starts like this, just a bunch of leaves, and they get packed down as we pile. I'll come through, which I started over here. I'll take my shovel and I'll dig a hole. And when you look at it, you lift it up, it's soft. This was clay, and now it's soft. The fungus does a fantastic job of breaking down the leaves, and then that carbon feeds the soil. Worms come, breaks it all up. It's beautiful. So I'm not waiting on the soil to be ready. While the soil is getting ready, I'm growing trees. And then I will transplant them. This is one I did just a few minutes ago. But I don't want any of my fruit trees or any of my trees that I'm using for leaves and citrus, I don't want any of them to sit in soil. So I mound them up. So here is the top, and it's about of this mound, and it's about 6 inches from the soil level. That's where I make my mound. Certain trees we don't want the roots sitting in water. Not my fruit trees, not my moringa. Many trees I don't want sitting in water. So I'll mound them up. So while you're prepping your land the way I showed you, you can also add food scraps, add your homemade compost to that. That's just one way to do this. Trees love fungal life, so that's why I'm preparing the land over here with leaves specifically. But you can also use your food scraps, all your other compost, okay? Just layer it. Leaves, food scraps, leaves, food scraps, leaves, food scraps, or you can just pile a bunch of leaves over there. And you can do it several ways. Do it in different ways on different areas of your property. But don't wait until you have your space set up or your land ready. You start growing in pots as you're building up your permanent garden space. So don't wait. Start growing in pots, and then as you're building, as you're purchasing your raised beds, as you're doing all this, when your spot is ready, you will be ready to go ahead and grow in it. All right? Much love.